Hello, good evening. Welcome, eventually. Sorry for the utter mix-ups and everything that was going on. Completely my fault. Anyway, good evening. We are with our flagship championship, the Rookies Wednesday. Oh, as the Mustang gets very, very slippery there. We are at the beautiful Suzuka, and it's quite overcast, but it's an optimum track, 24 degrees and track of 28. I'm joined in the com box by the beautiful, the one and only, the manager of the academy, Mr. Barry R. How are you?
Hello, good evening. It's I think it's been a while since I commentated as well. We're both busy men at the moment.
I'm having to rethink of how I do everything and how I speak and things. It's horrendous.
Yeah, no, doing the academy stuff, and obviously I was driving the 2.4 series. Most of my time's been taken up by those two things.
You did well in it though. You did well.
Here, the last 3 races were class. 2 podiums and a win.
It's as if you found your mojo.
Oh, Red Bull Ring, my mojo was there. Mm-hmm. Although to be fair, I spent the last hour with Luke Wilson right up my backside, not giving me an inch. That was quite the stressful event, but it's good fun. Good fun.
Absolutely. So this is, like I said, it is the flagship. and this is what most people tune in for, and they're looking for. This is the rookies, but so people who have been used to our rookies in the past, it's slightly different this year. We've got two categories. We've got rookies, and then we've got the amateurs, and they're separated into different categories. You can see red and silver on the timing screens, and that is entirely down to who they are and what category they're in. So it's going to be awesome, but let's have a quick look at race 1, which was last week, and for whatever reason it's decided not to show. There we go, after a little delay. So we have, as I say, we've got the two categories, and we're going to have a look if I can get... Oh, I think, do you know, just things are just going terribly wrong in all ways, shapes and forms. If I clicked on the right button, that would help. Oh, I think I need to relearn how to be a human being and an adult again.
It's one of those days, Mac. Don't worry about it.
I know. So this is the rookies. So in P1 at the moment, we've got Chorizo. Not sure if that was meant or not. P2, we've got Arthur Rodriguez. P3, we've got Tristan Dobson. P4, we've got Dooku. P5, we've got Simeone Tegas. We've got P6, our very own Brandon Fuller. P7, we've got Gabriel Tancredi. We've got P8, James Wiseman. P9 is Sharwin, aka Richard Vickers. P10 is Tim Jordan. So they remember those names because they will be probably coming up almost on a weekly basis. Now, if we switch over to the AIMS, the amateurs, let me just do this. There we go. The amateur standings are as follows. P1 is Leonardo Bianchon. P2 is Mikey Turner, slightly easier to say. P3 is Andrei Karatonov. P4 is our very own Mank, Paul Mancunian. Our very own Mr. Stephen Hood is in P5. He's driving the Ford Mustang this time, not the Jag. P6, we have Emerius, who is Marek Matlak. P7 is Andre Ebert. P8 is Konstantin Somov. P9 is Matt Pokorny. And P10 is Federico Formente. Wow. I'm glad
testing you there.
I'm glad I'm going out onto the circuit to do the track walk, and you're going to be announcing the names, so that makes my life a bit easier.
Oh yeah, is that you just deciding that there now?
That's me pulling rank on you.
All good. You've done your part of it. I'll have to do mine.
So it's a slightly different layout, and I'm not sure how this format is going to work tonight, and I might have to rejig some of it because we have another 10-minute practice after this, but it's for the driver briefings. Do you know what? For the first time in our life, will we have a little sneak peek into what the driver briefing is? Do you think that would be a bit cheeky, wouldn't it?
That would indeed.
Yeah, let's hope everybody's on their best behaviour and not swearing every 2 minutes. I'm sure. I mean, Hayden does do a good job, and so does Dexter. But yeah, that would be good. Let's do that. We've never done this before. I am unfortunately going to cut Barry off for when it happens, but we will join the driver briefing so you at home can hear exactly what is being said and what the rules are, and it saves us having to explain it, and it gives you a feel of what the drivers get before they go out on track. So, yeah, I'm going to send Hayden a message so he can get really nervous and mix all his words up. Unless it's Dexter that's doing it. It's maybe Dexter.
It might be Dexter doing it because I think Hayden's adamant to watch the football at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I forgot there was a certain game on tonight.
I'm going to put it on my TV to my right-hand side and just sort of peek at it every now and then and hope that a certain team don't win. I shall not say their name.
No, absolutely.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm exactly with you. I know what you mean. That's why we're not watching football tonight, because our teams, 1, didn't qualify, and 2, were shockingly bad when we did qualify. So, you know.
Yep. My team didn't qualify, but well.
Right, okay, that's me informed the bosses. See if there's any comeback about it. I'm sure there won't be. It's all very professional. It talks about the red flag scenario. It talks about yellow flags. Because we do have two different categories, I'm sure Barry could probably testify to this as well. It can be difficult when you've got a slower car in front of you and you're battling with a different car to try and get past for your standings. It's because have you done multi-class, multi?
I did a multi-class 24-hour race in the Nürburgring, or like the Nordschleifer.
Uh-huh.
It's hard. It's so difficult. Because if you're fighting for position, there's a slower car ahead of you. Obviously, they don't have to give way. So if you're going to overtake and you know you're the faster car, you just have to be careful.
Yes, absolutely.
Like they're not obliged to go out of the way if you're racing for position.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you're faster, you still have to take care of the fact that they're still racing for position too.
Yep.
And yeah, obviously if you're blue flagged, be predictable and move out of the way at your first opportunity once you're I think it's less than half a second we run.
4/10 normally, unless they've changed
4/10, yeah. So I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
So whenever the car that's blue flagging you is like 4/10 behind you, then you just go out of the way at the earliest convenience.
Yeah. And it's
or stick to the racing line.
Yeah.
And let them work around you either way.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's not like Formula One where you have so many blue flags you must move out the way off the racing line. The blue flags are to tell you there's a faster car behind you, but it's not telling you must move out the way. And the rules are, it's when it's safe to do so, allow the car past. So that could be in a straight, and you'll just stay on the racing line and slightly lift the throttle, allow the car to get past, and then you're not losing too much time. Yeah, as Barry says, it's up to the faster car behind. Try and get past you safely, in a way that's going to be safe for both of you. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to cut Barry off for a couple of minutes just for the driver briefing, and we'll be back with you very soon, Barry.
Yep, no worries. Enjoy.
So they can't hear me, which is good. This is a driver briefing, so all cars are not allowed to go into track. They must stay in. I see Dooku is already out on the track, so
no pressure then, Mac. Right, practice 2 is now started, so nobody drive out on track. I usually will be DQ'd. Not from the race, but just until practice is over. Give me 1 minute just to get my ducks in a row. Right, welcome everybody to round 2 of the Rookie Championship. And this week we are at Suzuka, AP, the track that is basically just an ice rink. So good luck to everybody. Tonight we're going to have live streaming. There is 7 of us, I think. So
I believe it's 6.
6 now, is it? Someone dropped me.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who's getting fired then.
Let's discuss that later.
Last week's driving standards were questionable at minimum. There was some very, very, very silly moves and some very, very silly driving. As you all saw in my post-race message last week, we have a list of people who we know are who were constant offenders last week. If we see the same again from the same people, you will just be removed from the championship. We like to keep these races clean and as nice for everybody as possible. If that means removing dirty drivers, then so be it. So with live steering tonight, that means you will be running a red flag. This is either 20% of the grid or 4 cars, whichever is greater. So tonight that will be about 6 cars, 7 cars, all involved in one incident, or 6 or 7 cars involved in collision.
Dario, thank you for the follow on Twitch.
pick up on what Dex said at the start. The driving standards last week were not great. We had, I think it was 80 plus incidents that we looked at last week. I could barely, we could barely keep up with it. Just give each other space. I think I said to the academy team last night, give the other cars an extra wheels width more than you think you need, because everyone's got different internet connections, and in online racing, like, your internet connection can be the difference between a murder and both of you getting through a corner safely. So if you run in, like, door to door, just let off a little bit, give each other a little bit more space, and we'll hopefully see a much better race this week. I don't think there's as many cars on track this week. I don't know correct me if I'm wrong on that one, Dex. Have we got? I assume we're down on numbers a little bit from last week. I don't think we've got as many.
I think about 5 or 6 cars less.
Yeah, so there's less cars on the track, so there should be, fingers crossed, a little less chaos.
Focus to answer this question.
Yeah.
Tim, you can unlap yourself, but only if you have a distinct pace advantage of the car you're unlapping. If you are both lapping at like the same pace, like a few tenths, it's kind of better to stay behind. Or say if you are much quicker, then you can come past. Just make sure you do it safely. Right, qualifying start, everybody. So go have fun. And also lap 1, don't dive into turn 1 like a madman and kill everybody, because that's not good. Right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
And there we go. That is, you only heard some of it because I was an absolute idiot, but I promise I'll do better. I don't know what's going on with me today. Emirius, hello. Barry, hello. Summer, hello. Mank, good evening. Late home, no practice. Oh, Mank, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Dario, thank you again for the follow on Twitch. It's very much appreciated. Hopefully Barry's back.
Oh, I'm back.
He's back. There he is. Right, okay. So Barry has a bit of inside knowledge about some of the drivers, because Barry is the manager of the academy. Now, I completely forgot to speak to Hayden about giving him the title of that in Discord, so that's my bad, and I will speak to him about it. But
I have the title on the esports server, so that's at least half of the battle.
That's a step forward. Yeah, somebody actually knows what they're doing over there, apart from what I do here. So you know some of the drivers in terms of working with them and doing some practice with them.
I do, yes. I see a good few of the drivers here. For example, Mank in the 808 Porsche. A car that I basically, I didn't force him to start driving it, but I suggested he drive it. Just because it seemed to suit his driving style, coming from the Lamborghini and so on. And he seems to be loving it. And he's putting in really good times with it. He's getting better, more confident. So I expect to see him near the sharp end.
Nice.
Although he has said he hasn't done any practice today, so we'll see. See, there's a few others as well, so I'm just going over the list. Emirius, Marek in the McLaren as well. Pakiri in the McLaren as well. The two of those guys are driving in our first Academy esports race this Saturday, which is super exciting. So the two of them are driving the same car, the same team, under the newly formed Toga Academy, which is super exciting. So that'll be awesome to see. I think it's on the CRF are the ones hosting it. I should probably know that for sure.
They are a CRF.
Yeah, you're right. I should probably know that for certain. Yes, there's quite a few of the esports teams in there, not just Academy. So there's 2 Academy cars. I think there's 3 esports cars.
Yeah, myself and David is one of them.
Yeah. So there's 5 Toga cars going to be in that grid, which is going to be awesome to see.
That is.
The second Academy team is made up of drivers. I don't think either of them are here in the rookie series. They don't seem to be, but they are driving the BMW, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple of other guys. I see Kieran Dwayne in the BMW. He's part of the academy, but he's not taking part on Saturday. And obviously Sharwin in the Aston.
Mm-hmm.
The really awesome cream egg liveried or Aston Martin. So there's quite a few of the guys in here that have been part of the academy, and don't know if that's a good thing. Them listening to me, but you know, no, they've had plenty of backing and help behind them. So it's,
exactly.
It's not just me. All I do is talk crap and make myself sound like I know what I'm talking about.
I've made a living out of that.
Well, sure. But yeah, that's a bit of the rundown on the academy. Anyone is welcome. So if you're part of the Toga Discord or you're not already, and this sounds interesting, come join. There is an academy section that you can get a role. Their sessions are normally on a Monday. Couple of hours of your time on a Monday. The track will be picked beforehand, and then we'll do a bit of practice and a couple of short races just to do some side-by-side battling, just to get used to racing each other, and so on like that. So it's quite interesting, and of course the schedule we flex. We're sort of, it's not finalized because we're just sort of taking feedback from the guys as we go, just sort of because it's what they want to do, you know, at the end of the day. So we're just accommodating to what they want, and so far they seem to like it. So if that sounds interesting, please feel free to come on over and join. It's open to everyone. Doesn't matter how fast or slow you think you are. It's for everyone.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's my little snippet of plug.
A plug for the academy.
That's it. I hadn't prepared anything. That was just me waffling.
It is really good because I've helped with the academy with some of the drivers, and although I'm not fast, I know what I should be doing. I can't do what I know I should be doing, but I can tell other people what to do and help and things. And I've worked quite closely with Marek, who is Matt Lack down in P19 at the moment. And within half an hour, taking a few seconds off his time. So it doesn't matter what driver level you're at. I technically I should be in the academy learning more as well, because I struggle quite a lot. I get overexcited and things. So, but yeah, and there's a very close relationship between the esports team and the Toga Academy, because it's our way of helping people who do want to do endurance racing, who want to do maybe team racing, feed them in as well as doing individual races as well.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And not to put. I'm just gonna mention the academy is Mac's baby. He made it happen. I've just bolted the academy name to it. Yeah, but it's originally Mac's idea, and it's a really cool idea, and it's something we're both very passionate about making work.
Absolutely. Because I wish I had it. I genuinely wish there was somewhere I could have went when I was picking up ACC, and to help me, I had to basically learn the hard way in a lot of ways and make lots of mistakes and do lots of practice for no improvement and things. So it was just something that seemed right for us to try and encourage some improvement to people's driving if they wanted it, and if it made them better, then even better.
Yeah, and another thing to put onto that, the last bit before we actually talk about what's actually happening on the screen, is there's no expectations for the guys doing, especially the ones doing the race on Saturday. We basically said to them, there's no expectations. You can crash 16 times. We're not going to care. The point of it is to go out, to get used to endurance racing, to team racing, working together, learning something, and just enjoying it. So we're trying to put as little pressure on them as possible. From our side, it's just we're there to facilitate them trying it, and improving themselves over time. So, you know, it does sound like a lot, but in this behind the scenes, myself, Mac, who helps out when he has free time, and the esports team, you know, we're all very helpful, and there's no expectations from us. We just like to see that you're wanting to improve and trying to improve,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're on hand to help with however we can to make sure that happens.
Yep.
So that's the last bit I'm gonna say, but yeah, it's cool.
It is. It's really good. So Mr. Pateron, hopefully I've said that right. I probably haven't. Is already under the threshold for what he's allowed. In fact, the Karatonov is also just blasted the ceiling time. So what we do is we've got two separate timings for the rookies and the amateur classes. So rookies is a 202.5 or greater, or if you're amateur, it's a 202.5 to a 201.3. After those times, you start getting ballast, and I can assure you these guys probably haven't driven much with ballast. Certainly not the ballast they're going to end up with. It's all calculated on a spreadsheet. It's Head Steward Dexter who has come up with this absolutely amazing idea, and it's a way of instead of asking people to resign from the championship because they're too quick, they're given ballast in comparison to how much quicker they are to the lowest time allowed. And then that should bring them back towards a pack and allow the whole pack to be fighting again. So, absolutely amazing. Scania V8, good evening. Hope you're doing well.
I will point out that there is a second time that only the stewards know. So if you are way too fast, then you can be disqualified from the championship and that sounds bad, but I'll put it to you this way: it's a compliment at the end of the day. You're too fast for this championship, you know, essentially. I think there is a ceiling that if I think there's only 40 kg of ballast can be added. If that's not going to be enough, then I think I don't know what the time is. Only certain people know it. Then yeah, you can be DQ'd, but I don't think that's happened yet, and hopefully it won't.
Yeah.
But it's more to make the championship more fair because it's a rookie championship at the end of the day. We want rookie drivers to be fighting each other and trying to race each other rather than having a couple of people just blast off into the distance, because it's not really that fun.
No.
You know, so yes, it sounds harsh, but that's our way of keeping it a rookie championship.
Has your race control bugged out? Everybody's either disappeared or
I had that whenever you were at the driver briefing. I just had to leave. I left the server, closed down race control and restarted it, and then rejoined.
Ah, the joys. There's just everybody disappeared there, and then race control.
That happened to me.
Okay. I'm glad it's not just me.
You probably have to do that as well. I will also notice England are 1-0 down.
Oh, that's terrible. Did that sound convincing?
No. That's all.
We do apologise. Obviously, we're just bitter, twisted people who are annoyed and jealous that England are where they are. But yeah, it's we'll wait and see. Anyway, we're now back, thankfully.
Mike has had a server DC. I'm just telling him, Mike, if you're listening, just try and rejoin. You should be fine to rejoin.
Yeah, if that's happened to what I just had, then disconnect from the server, reconnect again, and all should be good. He is showing in P22nd at the moment, so...
Has he set a time? I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He has set a time.
Yeah.
But it's probably not his fastest time. I'm sure that's probably just his first one. He's moving again, so he must have got back in.
Awesome. So the top 3 are quicker. Yes, top 3 are quicker than the allocated quickest time for amateurs. So they will get ballast. The first person who is just within the time is Mr. Marek Matlack, believe it or not. With a Mr. Stephen Hood in the beautiful pink liveried Mustang in P5. And then it just trickles down. I mean, it's all very close. The top 7 are covered by 1 second. That's pretty good going.
P1 to P7 are within 6/10 of each other, and then it goes down to around the second mark of difference, but that's still really close.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a track like this, that's close.
Yep.
Suzuka is a difficult track.
Oh, yeah. I still can't get used to it, and I've been playing it since, Formula 1, God, I don't know, 1998 or whatever it was when it came out, and the Suzuka was the thing. It's a totally different experience driving it on an F1 car as it is to a GT3 car. It's for me, it's more of a technical track than a field track, and that might be different to everyone else. I don't know what Barry thinks, but to me, it's more technical. It's about hitting the spots where you need to, the acceleration, the braking, getting your turning in right. To me, Spa has more of a feel to the track where you feel where you need to brake, you feel when you're turning in. But yeah, what do you think, Barry?
I think that this track is about balance and control.
Mm-hmm.
Is the biggest things for this track. Where being able to control your throttle on corner exits, especially like spoon, through the S's, you need to be so disciplined with how you apply the throttle. Otherwise, you're gonna lose time. You're gonna bleed time.
Yep.
It's all about those corners specifically, are where you're gonna bleed the most time.
Yeah.
Because they are the spoon especially is probably one of the most difficult corners I think in the entire game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just because it changes so quickly through both stages of it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to adapt on the spot.
Yeah.
And it's just as it is a very technical track, but on top of that, it requires so much throttle discipline.
Yeah.
Because I know what a lot of people are like. I used to be really bad for this, of just going, right, I'm at the corner exit, stamp the throttle.
Yeah. Exactly. And then wonder why you're spinning.
And then you wonder why you're sideways into the hedge on the other side of the track.
Exactly.
But once you apply the throttle properly, then you can gain so much time through that corner just by being a bit more delicate with the car and letting it work how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But that's easier said than done, of course.
Exactly. Especially when you're racing against someone or you're battling for a position. That all goes out the window when you see the car ahead of you and you're right in a bumper or vice versa. But Mr. Steve Hood, Biz Creations F1 game on PS, nice but old. Unfortunately, you're showing your age as much as I'm showing mine. Good luck for tonight in your beautiful pink Mustang. Nice to see you in. We're just having a look. So the quickest rookie is currently Clement Poli, who is in P4 overall in the standings. So that's a really good time. A 2:01.325. Wow, that is good.
Good time.
And then P2 of the rookies is in the total standings of P7, which is another very good time, 2:01.467. So there's only really 1/10 between P1 and P2 of the rookies, which is showing how good it is. And then we'll see on the race, once the ballasts are added, how much closer everyone's going to be. And there'll obviously be mistakes, there'll be incidents. It's a rookie season, and this is a thing. This is where you come to learn racecraft as much as you do tracks, cars, and everything else. We don't tolerate bad driving. We don't tolerate ignorant driving. And we certainly don't tolerate people who try to retaliate against someone who's made a mistake. You don't know what happened with that person. They've ran into the back of you and then you just go for a retaliation. It's not good. So we like to try and promote manners as much as we do fast racing.
Like obviously mistakes happen and you're a rookie, and it's not to say anything bad about any driver. Like rookies are more prone to mistakes just because they're slightly less experienced.
Yep.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's just it's being aware of that you're in a rookie championship where a lot of the drivers are more prone to maybe making mistakes, so you have to be a little bit more vigilant about what's happening around you.
Absolutely.
And that's how you build racecraft. Being aware of what's going on around you is one of the biggest things you can learn.
Yep.
being able to drive fast is one thing. Being able to be aware of what's happening around you at all times is infinitely beneficial.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a pack of less experienced drivers.
Mhm.
You know, and again, that's not to say anything bad about them. They're all
No,
great
no.
drivers.
Yeah.
They're just maybe less experienced than someone on an esports team, for example.
Yep.
So they're still trying to build that skill set up as much as everyone else is, and you know, again, that's more than fine. It's just about adapting to your situation.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
the best advice I can give every driver on the grid is just to maximize your awareness of what's happening on the track in your like your near vicinity, and then you'll be a lot better at avoiding incidents potentially, or you know, making mistakes because of other incidents that are happening around you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to see it coming.
Yep.
You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
that's my 2 cents.
So I'm just keeping an eye now. I don't know if your race control's saying the same thing, but it's saying Karatonov in P1 is actually only quickest in the second sector. P2 is quickest in the third sector, and P3 is quickest in the first sector. So,
That's what I've got as well, yeah.
so any of these three who are in the pits, they're not going to set another time. I think they realise that they're in the steward's horizon for things to be added to the car, and when ballast is added, it's added in specific areas in the car. So it's the same as the real SRO racing. If you actually look into each and every car that's on ACC and go into free cam, go inside the cockpit of the car, there'll be different areas where the ballast gets mounted, which means it's not the same place in every car. So let's say, for instance, the Porsche, if it's further back, it's going to give you more trouble when your fuel starts getting lighter because there's even more weight getting added to the rear axle. Or if it's at the front, you may end up feeling more understeer because of it as well. So for rookies and for amateurs, it really is about getting your head around it, because you cannot practice unless you go with a full fuel weight of 120 litres and then just try and drive as best you can. I think that's the closest you could get without adding ballast yourself, which is obviously done on the server side.
Absolutely.
There's still a few out in track. We've got Roberto Pistolese, who is currently P15 with the BMW, and he's got a certain other BMW behind him as well. And there's a lot of very nice, unique liveries on show tonight as well. Yeah,
Kevin Bakiri, part of the academy drivers, and the academy team, sorry, is half a second up on his lap currently, P27. That's going to give him good confidence. That's going to bring him up to probably P24 if he can hold about half a second.
Yep, absolutely.
He's actually gaining more time through Spoon.
Yep, he absolutely is. And this is a long drive down, so that time is just going to keep clicking up. Brandon Fuller's shown as... That can't be right. That must be a race control error.
That's good. That's definitely a race control error. I don't think he's 9 seconds up.
9 seconds up on his time. That would be phenomenal. That would be alien pace. In fact, past alien pace. But yeah. Kevin's a nice guy. I've worked with Kevin before, and he is going to put himself up, possibly round about Brandon Fuller's area.
He's going to go ahead of Brandon Fuller. He might match Turner in P23.
Oh, he does, 24th.
Oh, just shy of P23 there. That's a good lap.
Really close. That was so close. So we actually have 24th and 25th. We have Toga Esports drivers together, which is awesome to see. So I'm going to get ready for the... take a cameraman down onto the track so that Barry can see the beautiful cars. And
need to be ready to pronounce all the
everybody's names. There's only 34. I think last time it was like 39 or something. So, this should be a walk in the park for us.
Oh, yeah, no, easy. I'm not going to mess a single one up, I swear.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The worst thing about it is at the moment is I can't even find my mouse. There we go. No, it's disappeared again. Oh, my goodness. Right, okay. Give me 2 seconds and I shall tell you when I am ready.
Mike saying tires are a mess already. You'll get there. Don't worry about it too much. What even is the track temperature here at the moment?
Eh,
Oh, 23 ambient, 26 track, so it's
Yeah.
a wee bit warm.
it is. It is.
So it's gonna be good for the guys.
Right. Okay. Give me a second.
Mike wants to go back into rookies.
Oh,
I think
man.
you've been deemed. I think you've been deemed a tad faster rookies. Nice try though. Julius missed Max so much so that hearing him wets my eyes and melts my heart. That is very cute.
Oh, you beautiful man, you. Thank you so much, Julius. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
That is incredibly sweet.
He is a very sweet guy. He is a very sweet guy. Right, for some reason this is not working for me. It's normally F7, isn't it?
F7, yeah, and then you use your mouse wheel to determine the speed of it, don't you?
Yeah, but it's no.
Is it not playing ball?
No, I'm trying different camera angles because I know it's one camera in particular that you need to do to get it. So
I just do it with the box standard. I just F7 and go out of the car.
no, but F7's not letting me. Oh, there
Oh,
we
really?
go. There we go. There we go.
Oh, damn it! Now I'll actually do it.
You do. You've got 1 minute and 15.
Right, we'll have to speed run this then.
Yeah, exactly. Right, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Alrighty, so for the grid tonight, taking pole position is the number 71 McLaren of Andrei Karatonov. Again, apologies if I butcher names, by the way. Just please don't come after me. The second in the 50 Ferrari is Pacorni. Followed up in P3 by the 971 Ferrari of Giuseppe Sciotto. Fourth is Clement Poli in the Lamborghini of all cars, which we love to see. Our very own Marek Emirius from the Academy team, driving the 27 McLaren in P5. The wonderful Stephen Hood in the pink 77 Mustang takes P6. Simone Tegas in the 87 Ferrari in P7. Kieran Duane in the 187 BMW is P8. Cho Rizzo in the number 488 Ferrari P9. Running at the top 10 is Richard Vickers or Sharwin in the number 6 Aston Martin. Further back we have Konstantin Simov in the 853 McLaren, quickly followed by Chris Bouchard. That's P11 and 12. Fermenti in the number 12 BMW in P13. Tancredi, number P14 and 21 Ferrari. Pistolese in the number 18 BMW. Hanslick in the number 3 McLaren. Paul Mancunian, or Mank, another Academy driver in the 808 Porsche. Arthur Rodriguez in the number 1 McLaren. Tristan Dobson in the number 19, or in 19th place is the number 355 McLaren. And running at the top 20 is Sarti Diogo in the 95 Ferrari. Further on, James Wiseman in the number 66 Ferrari. Tim Jordan in the 53 McLaren. Followed by Mikey Turner in the 91 McLaren. Kevin Bakiri from Toga Academy in the 58 McLaren. Brandon Fuller from the Toga Esports team, number 973. David Wolf in the 266 McLaren. Daniel Longo, sorry if I've got that wrong, in the 75 McLaren. Dooku, I'm so sorry if I butchered this, by the way, in the 47 Mustang. Yannick in the 449 McLaren. Rounding out the top 30 is Roberts Clava in the single Audi on the grid. Very brave choice. Fair play to you. Mongioli in the number 51 McLaren. Fred Conradi in the 81 Ferrari. Johan van den Hoven in the number 13 Lamborghini. And last but certainly not least, in the number 34th place in the number 72 BMW is Jaco Grisel. And breathe. There we go.
That was very well done. Very well done. It's never easy trying to just read through names and then you're trying to pronounce names and.
Yeah, I do apologize if I butchered any. By the way, I am very bad at doing names from like different countries. My accent doesn't do well with it either, so it's not on purpose, and I apologize.
We'll also see that we've got car number 3 has already got 10 seconds for causing a collision with 853 during qualifying. So that's already hindered them more than what they really needed. Sitting 6th overall for the rookies.
And while we are heading up towards 130R, I'm going to go over the actual event rules for the race. So it's 60-minute race around Suzuka tonight. It's round 2 of the standings. So for this, we're LFM bopped, of course. There's no pit window, and we have 1 mandatory pit stop. Every driver has to stop once, and they only have to stop for fuel. They do not have to take tires. But if they want them, they can take them. If they feel it's going to be the best way for them, they can do that. And to all the drivers, just remember there is a drop round for the championship, so a driver's worst result will not count. So only 5 results will count towards your actual standings. So it means if you miss a race or if you have a particularly bad race, then it's not counted towards you. In that regard, so. Yeah, that is the gist of the rookie series. As we're coming round the last corner now before the green light.
And we're in Barry R's favourite position in the sitting on top of the bonnet view as we see the headlights at the bottom of the gantry.
Are you me as a bonnet cam driver?
Steve, you should go into wets, make it interesting for everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wet tires onto them.
We are ready to go, and we are going to be racing as the crossway are green. We are racing, and they're off, so we're ready to see the Lamborghini getting a great start as he's fetching for P2 at the moment, side by side with the 296 as they go in. It looks he has got it made. Oh, can he hang on to it though? He's went very wide, carrying too much speed into the corner. He's now on the inside. Looking to capitalise. He has, very close, but good driving from the mall. It
looks like we have gone through turn 1 cleanly.
Wow.
But there is a drive-through for Mongioi. I'm assuming that is for being out of position or speeding.
Yeah.
I think you can get it for either or. If you're out of position too much, you will get a drive-through.
Yep.
As positions are just changing left and right at the moment, and they're seeing some excellent clean racing here at the moment.
Everybody should be very proud that they got through turn 1 very cleanly. That was awesome racing.
I'll tell you who will be very glad of that. They'll be the stewards.
Yes, they will be.
Oh, there has been a collision somewhere. Hang on. Let me go back and have a look for you. So coming up to the Dagna 1.
Yeah.
I am on a replay now seeing what has happened here. So these two, it looks like Turner and... Oh, that's a big... Oh, I think that might be Pikiri has...
Oh,
there's a big in there.
Mm-hmm. Dodge them.
Good luck, Steers. I spoke at the perfect time.
Commentator's curse.
Yep.
So,
but the lap 1 incidents have only been 1 so far. That's really good.
That is good. That is very good. As we see, the P1 actually was way off, about 1.3 seconds ahead. However, is losing time. So it looks like Paulie in the Lamborghini is getting a better drive out of the last chicane, which is bringing him right up to the back bumper of P1 at the moment. They've then got 2.5 seconds to Picorni in P3, but it looks like Chorizo, hopefully I've said that right, has got past Mr. Hood. Mr. Hood,
They're doing a lot of door banging there, going through the first sector.
There is, yeah. But the 480 does manage to get through. Steve kind of trying to avoid being collected from behind as well. So mature driving there from Mr. Hood. Looks like Rodriguez has dropped several positions as well. Don't know if he's had an incident.
As Vickers and who was that? That was Samov has had a collision. Oh no! Oh no! That's a horrible rejoin. Who's that he's taken out? Tancredi has been absolutely wiped out of the race.
There was actually McLaren clattered the barriers and then came back on track.
Yeah, that was the incident where Vickers and Samov were going side by side and they hit each other.
Samov into the pits.
Samov into the barrier, spun. It looked like he tried. I don't know if he tried to rejoin, or if that was just the car spinning. And if it was just him spinning, I'll hold my hands up there. But he collected Tancredi, and that Ferrari looks like it is absolutely destroyed.
Oh dear, a little bit of duct tape and things. We can actually see, as we're going over the overpass, there was a Ferrari that's collected the barrier there as well. So can we just have a shout out for Paulie, who's in P2 at the moment, who is actually a rookie. He is P2 in the entire standings at the moment, and his second position is actually in P6 overall. So this is a formidable race for him in that Pezzo Racing Team Lamborghini.
I'm wondering, will he not be a rookie after this race?
Yeah, exactly. Formenti getting past. Oh, there's 3 wide going down straight as the BMW power gets round. Does it look like it does? Mouchard has lost 2 positions. Oh, but one of the BMWs goes wide and the other one is wide. Mouchard side by side with the BMW as they come into the next intricate pieces, and he is that BMW again loses control. Formenti having a bit of an issue. Mancunian up into P11, one away from the P10.
He started like 18th. He's gained like 6 positions.
Amazing.
He's doing a great wee drive so far. Mouchard clearly just showing that ability to hold the car on the line there. Hang on, who swapped positions there? I think my race controller is having a fit.
I think we've got Tancredi also in the pits just now as well, so I don't know if that's maybe flashed up.
Yeah, he's in the pits, but Samov RTG'd, so Tancredi still might go out of the pits before him.
Yeah. Looks like Rodriguez and P21 passed Yannick to take that P21 slot.
Very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of cars bunched up together around the midfield.
Yes.
There looks to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks to be a 5-car train for P18 at the moment, all within a couple of tenths of each other. This is some great racing so far.
Yes, absolutely. And there's
been a couple of incidents, but we'll gloss over that.
And the thing is, some of the incidents were actually just due to people losing control and then not having control to stop the car before it comes back onto the track, and it is very difficult because the grass is ice basically. As soon as you lose any kind of forward momentum, then that's you done. But it certainly is a little bit of a train that's going on at the moment, and this is good because it means any of these, in fact, 2, 4, 6 cars now could be anything. I see the Audi pulling to the side slightly as it goes down start finish, so it looks like he's been passed by Rodriguez, who's on a charge.
Rodriguez has damage to the front of that McLaren as well.
Absolutely, and the Audi actually sticks the inside line there and manages to hold it. Whoever is driving that Audi, very well done. Rodriguez actually goes very wide into turn 2 and loses both positions. He's back down to P22 again.
Yeah, the Audi showing the art of defense there. Make the car nice and wide at the apex.
Exactly. Yep.
Make it difficult. As there's a spinning BMW. Who's that? That is Grizel. Down to P29 was spinning through turn 1 there. Must have just touched the grass. That's very easy to happen as well.
As it takes a very slight.
You're trying to get nice and wide before you enter the turn, so it's too easy to touch the grass.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a very fine line. If you even just get one tyre on the grass, it could be a good night Vienna. Mr. Hood catching up with the back of Marek. So interesting to see No, Mr. Hood catching up with chorizo. That's making me hungry now. I've got some chorizo in the fridge. Tego, you lost connection, number 87. Oh, no.
Who's that?
Are you able to rejoin again, Tego?
I don't see number 87 on the...
No, I think he's completely lost it.
Oh, there's still 34 cars, though, unless he disconnected earlier.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, Tego.
I wonder if you're able to rejoin. I know it may seem pointless, but you still do some racing.
Exactly. You might pick up some points. At the end of the day, just treat it as a practice round.
The Mustang of Coup has got a lot of front end damage there.
Yeah, he was off earlier as well. I'm just focusing on Piccone and Sciotto, P3 and P4. This is for P2 in class. Both Ferrari 296s have been driven very, very well. And it looks like Marek is looking to try and join onto the back of that as well. Marek currently sitting in P4 in class. Absolute outstanding drive from him. He did message me earlier on today and said that he wasn't feeling confident. He wasn't able to get the lap times in, but it's unstable. 15 seconds for Clava. Let's see what that was for. It's not showing up yet. There we go.
It's just updated.
Oh man, so 10 seconds for car 58 for causing a collision with 921, 15 seconds for car 15 causing a collision with 75, 5 seconds for 355 causing a collision with 21, 5 seconds for car 11 causing a collision with car number 1. Yeah, so the stewards are busy people. Oh, that actually is just someone getting out of the way. Hazards on to show that there's some kind of issue. Very well done. Please, if you are racing, whether it's ACC or anything else, please map 2 buttons for indicators. It's the easiest thing you can do to let someone know you're not fighting them or you're not in their race.
I have yet to do that.
Oh, Barry. Oh,
and
my God.
I've got 550 hours of this game.
Oh.
And I've yet to do that.
Wow. I wonder how many is going to get drive-throughs for track cuts, because there was 3 there, one including Mank.
Yeah, I just seen Mank's one there at the last chicane.
Mouchard on the push as well, behind the BMW of Dwayne.
Oh yes. Oh, he's on the back of Pestalozzi. Dwayne's behind them.
Oh
chasing.
yeah, sorry.
Oh,
no! That was Barry. It caused that, not me. Oh my God!
I'm gonna say it once again. Have fun, stewards. That doesn't look like a fun one to deal with.
Oh my goodness.
Mank is falling down the order a little bit. He's down in P14 now. I wonder, is his rear tires getting a bit hot?
Yeah.
Because the Porsche, if the tires are not optimal, the rear end just lights up.
Yep.
So I wonder, is he struggling a little bit with rear end overheating tires, which is very possible.
Yeah.
But even if he has, he's still managing it pretty well. He's just got to nurse the tires a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So P1 and 2 have just lapped Q in P30, and they are still 9/10ths between them. So Polly and Karatanov driving a very, very predictable and safe race. A bit more frantic behind them. We've got Picorni, who has Sciotto still behind them, with just 3/10ths between them. So can anything be done in 32R? It doesn't look like. It looks like they're both very, very clean, not even going onto the curbs, not trying to tempt fate. Yeah.
There was an incident here with Fuller and Yannick, and potentially Dobson. I'm having a quick replay here.
Okay.
Oh, Clava goes down the inside. Oh, that's a... Oh, yeah. Okay, that doesn't look like a fun one to deal with. There's a few cars involved in that.
Oh.
Clava, Yannick, Fuller, and Dobson, I think, are all involved in that.
Okay.
That's gonna be... Yeah, the stewards will have a look at that one. Oh, Mike's going for it here.
He is. It's a heavily damaged McLaren that Jordan is driving just now. That way where you brake and the lights are flashing. So,
Yeah.
that's not the best. But he keeps that McLaren ahead. BMW.
Mike defending nicely on the inside there. Well done, Mike. That's a good line through there. The Porsche suffers with the straight line speed, but if you can just defend, you can keep ahead if you're doing it smart. As Rodriguez, Fuller, and who's that in the pits as well? Is that Tancredi is in the pits as well? He's in the pits again. He doesn't look like there's any damage to his car.
Yeah.
So I wonder, is he just serving his mandatory stop?
Could be.
Or is he serving a drive-through? No, he's pulling into his box. I would assume he's doing his mandatory stop now. So there's a few drivers in the pits now. Some doing it because of damage. So pitting probably a bit earlier than they'd like.
They just need to remember to do fuel and tires, because if
they don't. No, tires aren't required.
Tires aren't required. Just fuel.
Fuel is mandatory. Tires are optional in this one.
That would make sense why Steve was asking earlier on, does he change tyres or not? Does he just go for fuel only, which will give him, save him a few seconds? But
no, you don't need to. I remember doing the 2.4. I was driving in Hungaroring. One set of tyres had to last me an hour and 40 minutes.
Wow, ouchie.
In the Porsche.
In the Porsche. Oh my god.
The last 10 minutes were a bit dicey, but they held up for about 75 minutes.
That's good. That is good.
So if you can nurse them in and you don't light them up too quick, you can make them last.
Yep.
A couple of more penalties have come through. So a warning for car number 77 for weaving. I would assume that is weaving on one of the straights.
Yep.
5 seconds for car 921 for causing a collision with car 72 on lap 2. 10 seconds for car 853 for a poor rejoin. Slash causing a collision with car 21 on lap 2, and 5 seconds for car 81 causing a collision with car 13 on lap 2.
So that's interesting. Steve Hood is car 77. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought Steve would have been a weaver. I
wonder, was he weaving for defence on one of the straights? Maybe he weaved a bit too much than he should have done.
Yeah.
As we were talking about penalties, 2 more have come through. 10 seconds for car 58 for causing a collision with car 72 on lap 3, and 10 seconds for car 75 per rejoin failure to hold brakes lap 3.
No.
I think that might have been the incident with Tancredi and the Sumoff.
Yep.
No, it's not actually. That's a different car number.
What car number is it?
75. Who is that?
Is Longo down in P31.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. We must have missed that incident.
Yep. So many things to try and keep an eye on.
To be fair, this one doesn't seem as bad as last week's one. I heard it was hard to keep up.
Wolf has just passed sister McLaren car of Turner up into P19 now, so Wolf is absolutely on the charge. He's got a few, probably about 10 seconds before he reaches Wiseman, who is his next target. But Paulie and Karen Tonov in P1 and 2, only 9/10. That has been for 8 laps now. Very, very consistent driving. As we have a look at Picorni, who has got a little bit of breathing space now, as Kyoto has got Marek right on his tail, looking to cause some trouble here as well. Marek just beautifully keeping the tyres on the apex as much as he can with that McLaren. I'm surprised he hasn't got a custom livery. He was
who's this?
Marek. He was looking at...
He does have the Guards 59 livery on.
Yeah, but that's a in-game one. That's
it is, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
But he is hot on the tail of these two. He is going to try and catapult himself up, if he can, into P2 in class, P3 overall in standings. But
Very nice.
Looks like they've got a bit of traffic ahead, so that could become interesting when they do reach the traffic ahead. Do they pull out? And that's a Mustang, so that's Q down in still P30, I think, maybe.
Yeah, as the battle for P9 is raging on at the moment, Dwayne is defending from Mouchard for P9, heading down to Spoon. They almost went side by side through the hairpin before that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see if that McLaren can get by. The McLaren looks a lot faster in the corners, but BMW's got such good straight line speed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get one in the straights.
Oh, Marek side by side. He has got past. That was some orchestrated braking there. We're just doing a replay.
Oh, and the Ferraris binned it.
Oh,
Sciotto's binned it.
Yeah, the door was left slightly open, and it was good enough for Matlack to take that, and it just showed you the. Oh, Paulie's taking P1.
Oh,
wow, what happened there?
Hang on, let me have a look. Cara, I'm quickly replaying here to see what's happened.
Yeah, I'm just doing the same just now. So the Karen Tonov.
Oh,
he loses it in turn 1.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Those tires will be on fire now as well.
Yeah,
wow.
As Sciotto is now in the pits as his car come out of the last chicane, spun into the pit lane.
Oh, well,
so,
okay, that's quite convenient.
I don't think he hit anything, but he's in the pits. Is he just driving straight through? He stopped for 9 seconds.
Oh, so just.
I wonder was he splashing dashing?
Yeah, sounds like it.
He must have been.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
We're just looking back at this one you were watching earlier with Dwayne, who's got Formente, Mank, and Jourdan behind him. So that car looking a little bit battle scarred at the rear. I don't know if he's had contact or what's been going on, but.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume there's been contact somewhere. There's been quite a lot of, at the minimum, door banging. Yeah, there's quite a lot of battling still going on.
Yeah. Hi Hayden, hey Reese, how you doing? So I remember Rookie Season 8 where somebody spun in Suzuka on the chicane and ended up backwards in the pit lane. It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Hayden, how's the football? I'm sure your nerves are shot after that first half.
Is it still 0-1?
It's 1-1. England got a penalty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't quite see what happened, I just saw they got a penalty. Because I'm just sort of side-eyeing the TV every now and then.
How the two best commentators getting on.
Uh-huh. We're getting on very well, Hayden. Good to know that you finally acknowledged that we're the best. Oh.
What's happened here? Marek is now P2. He's got past Karantinov. Wait, what's happened here?
He's not past Karantinov, is he? In my race control, he's P3.
Oh.
Has your race control broken?
Yeah, it could be. I'm just looking at the replay and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look right. But again, though, Marek, P3 overall, P2 for his class. On beer number 2.
Beer number 2. Nerves are slightly janky. I'm not surprised.
Is it too early to call a result? Do you think we should?
Go for it.
I think 3-1 against England. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I was gonna say 2-1 against England.
Oh, well.
Or actually, I'll do you one better.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna lose 5-4 on penalties.
Oh no! Conradi losing it just. He saved it well. I mean, that is something that I think we should be congratulating people on, is their saves when they come off and things as well.
Yeah, which is hard to do.
It absolutely is, regardless of what your driving skill level is. That McLaren looks as if it's ready for the scrap heap of Jourdan, and P11, he's got Mank right on his gearbox as they come down to the straight before 32R. Let's see what
32 R.
Arthur. You know what I mean?
What 130 R?
That's it. You know, oh my goodness. Honestly, I've had one of those days. Oh, they're side by side. Oh no, there's contact.
Oh no.
Oh, that car must be steering sideways. Oh no, it's not. Good rejoin. Mank was waiting on him to rejoin, which is beautiful, but it created a chicane in the middle of. Oh my goodness.
Mike, I appreciate you waiting to let him blast again, but I think at that point, you might as well just accept the penalty that's coming your way.
Oh my.
That McLaren looks battered. Looks like it's been through a war.
It's like there's not a panel that's straight on it.
Oh, there's quite a few more penalties come through. Here we go. 5 seconds for car number 11, causing a collision with car 18 on lap 6.
Mouchard.
Yeah. 10 seconds for car 499 for causing a collision with car 15.
Is it a 499?
Yep. Oh, 449. That might be 449. That might have been a typo.
Ah, right. Okay, that's Yannick.
5 seconds for car 266 for causing a collision with car number 3. 5 seconds for car 72 for causing a collision with car 72. May want to check that.
I think the stewards are now past being stressed. They're like now chaotic.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that one's quite right, but you know we'll get them a pass. 5 seconds for car number 11 causing a collision with car 187. There we go.
Yep. So car 11 is Mouchard as well. Interesting times. Things are starting to eke out a little bit. There's one or two battles still going on. So down in P20 we've got Clava in the Audi and Yannick in P21 with that McLaren. That, I have to say, the Audi looks amazing. I just cannot drive the car. It is just beyond my capabilities.
I have started to mess around with it more.
You're either a maniac or some kind of alien that can stop cars from spinning around all the time.
Well, the Toga 12 Hours of Red Bull Ring is coming up in a couple of months, and me and Todd are considering driving the Audi for it.
Oh my god! Oh dear! Oh dear!
Apparently, the Audi is very good around Red Bull Ring.
Who told you that, Todd?
A few people have said it.
Oh right, okay. I thought Todd was just trying to mess with you to choose the Audi.
Oh no, I've heard a couple people say it's really good around Red Bull Ring. So, assuming that is true, I would be down to driving for the Red Bull Ring because that'd be fun.
That will be fun. 12 hours as well.
Yeah.
As we see someone else coming into the pits, it's not activated, and there we go. It's Conradi who has come into the pits in P22nd. So Karen,
how is Jordan in that McLaren not pitted yet? It looks like it's for the scrap heap.
It is. It's so bad.
He's bound to be losing more time than he would be if he pitted now.
Yeah, I mean,
at this point,
I'm actually going to go inside to see what the steering wheel is like. Yeah, so going straight, he's about a 20-degree turn on his steering wheel.
Hang on. No, I think his suspension's okay because he was going through the sort of slight left kink.
Oh no, he is.
His suspension's okay. It was just severe bodywork damage.
Yeah, that is crazy. And this will give a little bit of nighttime taste as well as it starts getting dark. It's 6:30 in Suzuka track time here, so temperature's going to drop. Maybe not massively, but it will start dropping. And you're going to start getting more nighttime or dusk as it's been cloudy all day, so it will give them good practice.
Oh, Sharwin is holding off. Oh, Michel is he's just outbraked himself hugely there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was saying Vickers was defending from him there, but then coming up to the last chicane, he's just outbraked himself way too much. Clearly looking to just brake a tad bit later and get the run at him, but just
didn't
a bit
happen.
too much.
Didn't happen.
But that's that Pistolese through, so he's now trying to attack the Aston. It's going to be a good little battle there. That's for what position in class? That's for P3 in class. That's for a podium.
Yeah, that is for podium. It was slightly wide there.
Well, actually, to be fair, Sharman's got a podium unless Diego on P11 can catch him.
Yep.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, sorry, that's my bad. I get slightly too excited there.
He is driving a great race. He actually messaged me last night to ask if there was any tips, and I don't know reply today when I saw the message. So I don't know if he's utilising any tips that I've told him, or he's ignoring them, and that's why he's getting faster. Mouchard has got past Pistolesi again.
Oh,
side by side. Oh,
they're touching. The McLaren's just got past him.
Let's see how that happens.
That was brave. That was brave by the McLaren. That was very brave.
Right, so he got a bit of oversteer. The McLaren went as wide as they could and basically took him on the outside of that corner. That's an amazing move. Congratulations.
It's a very, very dangerous move. But you made it work, so fair enough.
Absolutely. So Sciotto in P17 is the highest up person who has done a successful pit. So, is there any more penalties? Because I thought I've maybe seen some flashing up. Maybe not.
Let me check. There's only one more. That's a 5-second penalty for car 808. Not surprising, Mank.
Yeah.
For that collision with car number 53. I'm not surprised by that one. I'm sorry to tell you.
No, absolutely. I think Mouchard...
you went for a risky one. Unfortunately, it didn't work. But, you know.
I think Mouchard has maybe listened to the stream because there's a little flash of headlights every time he comes onto camera. So I don't know. It is because some drivers do have it on in the background. I certainly do. If I'm racing, I'll have the sound on in the background. I won't have the video because then that obviously distracts my tiny little brain. Race control's broken, like completely broken.
I'm seeing that now. Every position is apparently changed.
And there's no P1 now, so we've only got P2, who is Poli.
Hang on. Let me disconnect my race control and reconnect it and see what happens
as well. It's
is this going to make me disconnect from the actual server itself?
No, hopefully not.
Technology, everyone.
Yeah, it's good when it's working, which is very rarely.
Yep.
Don't forget, if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, then please consider subscribing. Race control's now not connecting at all.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly restart the server, or not restart the server, restart my entry into the server, sorry, is what I meant to say. Let me see. Yeah, technical difficulties, everyone.
Exactly. And if I do that, then the main stream will go black, so I can't actually do anything apart from watch now Polly, unless I can figure out what buttons flick up and down. Polly is into the pits.
He's in the lead and he's in the pits. I'm just back.
Yeah, Karantinov carries on, so he's looking to see if he can maybe get a couple of quality laps in, try and beat him with the overcut. But how far does he need to travel down? He's certainly halfway down the pit lane anyway. So
I want to know how many of these drivers are going to go for a splash and dash at the end.
Yeah, he had a little bit where he braked and then had to let the car roll forward. So bear in mind, this is rookies, so we're not looking at it, perfect pit stops. He is stationary for a while.
Was he still stationary?
He's still stationary.
Oh, he's only been stopped for 20 seconds.
25, I think. 25.
It's not fixed stop, I don't think.
No. I think he's maybe changing tyres.
He must be.
Yeah, he's down off the jacks. He's rolling forward and he's away. Okay.
Yeah, he's changed tyres.
He's changed tyres, which is maybe not the worst thing in the world.
I've always found that in these sorts of races, changing tyres is not the idea.
Yeah.
It's not the best idea. Because I don't think it's fixed pit stop. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to be corrected in that, but I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
And say, for example, you stop for like 30 litres of fuel, I think you'd only lose like 10 seconds in the pits.
Yeah. No, that's okay. That's good.
But if you change tyres, obviously, tyres is 30 minimum.
Yep.
So you're going to lose a lot of time, unless you can make that up.
Uh-huh.
Like, some people's tires might be slightly off, but they're not going to be... most drivers might not be off enough to bridge that 20-second gap, or however long it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, it can work. From my personal perspective, it has worked out not as much as just keeping the same set on has worked.
Yeah.
But again, it's really, if the driver could do it, hats off to them. Go for it.
Absolutely.
That's it really. It's not to discourage anyone from doing it if they want to. Again, it's up to your choice if whatever you're more comfortable with as well. So that's just a little strategy insight for you there.
Exactly. So I'm gonna. You'll need to bear with me because I now need to scroll through the entire grid. For this, in fact, we're halfway through the race, so I am going to quickly disconnect and reconnect from the server.
You can hear my voice only telling you what's happening.
can hear the oohs and ahs going on. No.
Yeah. Mank is very close to Wiseman for. Oh no, that's a collision. I have commentators cursed Mank twice now.
Oh no.
I didn't see exactly what happened, but it looked like a potential rear end.
Oh dear.
Again, the stewards' discretion will determine what has actually happened there. Of course, anything we say about incidents, take it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
It's obviously the stewards will have the replays; they can see exactly what's happening. So anything we say, you have to take it with a pinch of salt.
Yep.
Obviously, we're not stewards, so we don't get to say what penalties actually get applied where and to who.
Absolutely no.
We're only talking about what we see at that moment in time. As Mank, Mouchard, and Turner in the pits now as well, and Formendes in the pits.
Oh no! He's done it. What I said happened. Diego has spun and has basically facing the wrong way in the pit lane.
I've just seen that. I've just seen it come to a stop.
Oh wow! No, don't try and do that. Oh no! Just reverse down. Just no! Don't do it. He's gonna get this jammed.
You're gonna Austin Powers yourself, Chief.
He is gonna
reverse past the penalty line and spin around.
Oh no! Oh, this is painful to watch, but I can't take my eyes off it. No, no one. I hope no one's coming into the pits because this is an issue.
Yeah, this is a big issue if someone pits now.
This is almost like the 24 hours of Spa with the Lamborghinis.
Warning to any drivers who are currently thinking about pitting, don't.
If you've got a strategy, you're about to run out of fuel, go for one more lap. Turner has got a stop go 30. He's been speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, he's about to have done it. He's done it. But how much damage has he done?
I know. That's like how I've done stupid things almost like that, and it is embarrassing. You don't mean to do it. He just caught the grass as he came in, lost the rear end, and basically spun as he was coming into the entry. So the pit lane is now open again. If anyone is listening, so top 4 haven't pitted. Interesting. How far's Paulie behind? He is 1 minute and 5 seconds behind Karen.
And a few people seem to have taken tires, and if you're taking tires, you lose about a minute 5 to a minute 10. So there's a very mixed strategy here. I'm seeing a few people who haven't taken tires. I'm seeing a few people who have.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like more often than not, people are taking tires.
Is it not 30 seconds?
It's 30 seconds minimum. So I think by the time you get up, you take the 30, you're off the Jackson Gone. There's like a couple more, you know. Like,
sorry, I get what you mean now.
Yeah.
Dwayne, that McLaren must have been really close to taking him out there. Of Mouchard, surprisingly enough. So Mouchard has taken all his penalties, and we've got a pile of cars coming out in the pit lane as well, but it looks like Dwayne is able to hold on to P9 at the moment. That is really good.
Surprisingly, no more penalties have come through.
No. Oh, hang on. Yeah. What's going on? Okay, so Karen Tanoff is now into the pits. I just saw Marek going past and like gaining time.
Marek is he's in the lead.
Marek is in the lead at the moment with a 7-second gap to Picorni. And Karantinov is at the very end of the pit lane. So I'll keep an eye on him. And we're obviously Paulie. Yeah, I think Paulie could. Oh no, Karantinov is back out. He's only went for fuel.
He's only went for fuel. He hasn't taken tires.
Yep. So he is.
Paulie has taken tires, and he hasn't.
So Paulie is now 17.5 seconds behind Karantanov. Yeah. Has a tyre choice, as Barry said, finished Paulie's chance of a P1?
Yes, he's going to have the fresher rubber, but it's not as fresh.
It's not at 17 seconds.
Yeah, it's probably not 17 seconds fresh of lap time in the next 20 minutes. So, you know, that's where, from what I've seen before, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Only if you can maximize the tire advantage you've got.
Yeah.
It can work.
Yeah.
But more often than not, it doesn't.
Absolutely.
It normally creates too much of a gap to try and close.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in that position where you're like Paulie is now, you're 17 seconds behind, and you're now pushing the car to get that time back, you're more likely to make mistakes. You're more likely to have that slight oversteer by pushing the car too hard.
Yep.
So it's a nice day she's on right now. It's whether he can get the times in.
Yeah. And that is the thing. So Fuller looks like he's past Wiseman. He's miles ahead. Did Wiseman have an issue or something, maybe? I was looking at Clava.
Wiseman was in the pits, I think, last lap.
Oh, right, okay. A drive-through for Yannick. So Yannick has exceeded his 3 track cut warnings. So he'll need to come in for this drive-through. So technically 2 pits, really. Just he won't be stopping this time. But it looks like that McLaren can drive away from the Audi in a straight line, from what I can see, but it catches up again. This is a good battle.
The Audi in the slow speed corners will be absolutely all over the McLaren.
Yeah.
The McLaren is only really good at like higher speed corners and straights.
Yeah.
Audi really thrives in the lower speed corners.
So
it just has that more mechanical grip.
Yeah.
That you get from just the car.
Oh, we've got a battle here. Diego, who you saw backwards in the pit entrance, is right on the back of Turner's, Wolf's 266 McLaren, and is looking to try and capitalise, but he needs to be very careful. I don't know who that is behind him. I think that's a lapped car who's trying to unlap themselves. Is it Pistolese? It is Pistolese. Pistolese is trying to unlap himself. So not only does Diego need to watch from behind, but he's trying to sneak up in that McLaren and do whatever he can with that 296.
And this is just to talk about a bit more of the rules with this. Even if you're a lap down, if you're the faster car, you're more than welcome to overtake. But you must clear the blue flags. I think it's within 1 lap.
Yes,
I think it might be. I can't remember the exact ruling on it, but there's a certain time frame where you have to clear the blue flags to show that you're the faster car. And if you can do that, it's more than fine.
Marek's into the pits.
Oh,
so is Picorni, and so is Mr. Hood stays out. So the leader of the race is now Mr. Hood in the Mustang. Now, he was asking in the chat earlier on whether he should go for change of tyres or not. It'd be interesting to see.
I didn't answer him, but my opinion is don't.
Yeah. I think we've seen through everything, there's no point. You're not going to gain anything, especially with 18.5 minutes left as well. I don't know if he's flashing his lights there or not. Oh, yeah, it's flashing. Mr. Hood does have his stream on in the background because he's giving a flash of the headlights of the Mustang there.
Yeah, Marek hasn't taken tyres. Neither has Picorni.
Wow, this is going to put the cat amongst the pigeons. Technically, when Steve Hood pits, Marek is going to be the leader of this race because he's ahead of. Oh no! Sorry.
Karatanov is the leader. Marek is currently net P2, and Paulie is 1.2 seconds behind Marek. So this is going to get spicy. This
is going to get spicy. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the actual game standings rather than the race control ones.
That make
That's why
those
I got
standards
confused.
them standards don't update fast enough.
No, they don't. They don't at all. We complain about race control, but ACC is even worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow, that's a huge place to be. But it looks like Paulie is catching Marek. Now Marek is 12 seconds ahead. 12 seconds behind, but he has got a car. He's got McLarens all over the place. It looks like some kind of drift thing that's went wrong.
McLaren scrapyard.
Yeah, it pretty much is all over the place. So Yannick has still not even taken his drive through yet. He needs to be careful. He's got 3 laps to get that done.
Is this not lap 3? I think he has to take it. It's either this lap or next lap. He has to take it, or he's going to be DQ'd.
Yep.
And that's not the stewards disqualifying him. That's the game disqualifying him.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
But I'm gonna point out. I've been talking a lot about negatives about the taking tires over not taking tires. Pulley is faster than Kartanov by quite a margin, actually. But it's whether he can keep. Oh, Pulley!
Oh, he goes wide.
I seen he just went on the grass. I take that all back.
Commentator's curse is strong with you tonight, young Pateron.
It really is. That's what the third incident I've caused.
Yeah, if you stop looking at the Toga folk and look at other ones, we'll be all right.
I'll stop looking at the academy drivers and look at someone else.
Yannick is into the pits to serve that drive-through. Conradi has got past. Rodriguez has got past Conradi up into P14. That is a good move. Can he make it stick? It certainly looks like it at the moment.
Stephen Hood has lapped the both of them.
Wow. Mr. Hood, I think he's going for a splash and dash at the end.
He must be.
He's now 19.5 seconds ahead of P2. Oh.
There will be absolutely no point taking tires at this late on.
No. He's a sensible guy, Steve. I don't think he would even consider it now. He's taking a long call strategy, and he is in a position at the moment. He is gaining time on everybody. So he's almost 20 seconds ahead of Karantanov. He is 33 seconds ahead of Marek in P3. He's just driving. He's just driving as he does. And being consistent.
He's probably going to come out P4, P5 after he does pit, especially if it's a splash and dash.
Yeah. So he stays out.
Unfortunately,
still.
even if you splash and dash, you're going to lose 5 to 6 seconds to stop if you're splash and dashing.
Yeah.
And I think it's at least 35 seconds just from driving down the pit lane.
Pit lane, yeah.
So he's going to lose at least 40 seconds just taking the pit stop. Oh, he's flashing again.
Yeah,
hello,
flashing.
Mr. Hood.
Hello, Mr. Hood. So I'm just looking to see. It was an invalid lap on his last lap, but Steve did a 2:03.5. Karantanov in P2 did a 2:02.7. So
hang on, hold the phone.
Oh.
Pulley is side by side with Marek going down the pit straight.
Yep.
This is going to be interesting in the turn 1. Marek takes a very wide line, leaving plenty of room.
Oh, he doesn't! Oh, no!
He did, and then he did.
Oh, no. Yeah, flash the headlights from Lamborghini driver there, just saying he wasn't happy with that. And unfortunately, I have to agree with him. The door was closed.
I do think Marek thought he had kept the place there,
Yeah.
and he must have just pulled across thinking he had secured it when he hadn't.
Yep.
And this is one of the things I mentioned at the start about awareness.
Yeah.
It's just being that little bit careful.
Yep.
Someone in the chat, since he report Matlack, I got to point out, it's been mentioned a few times, there are stewards live watching this, and they will decide what happens because of that incident. Yes, we may believe it looks clear cut. Don't take what we say as gospel, to be honest. The stewards will have a better look at it.
Yep.
And they will apply the relevant penalties where needed. So, there's no reporting required. It's all live stewarded.
So, 2 things. Mank has now moved himself up to P12. Steve Hood is about to lap P13. Oh, he's into the pits. Oh my god! That was the latest call I have seen for a while. Mr. Hood, I don't know quite what you were thinking. I don't know if this was the latest call in the world, or he forgot he had to pit now, but he
I
could
wonder
be
did
in
he think
trouble
he
for
had
that. He could be in trouble. That's
Mm.
going over the solid lines.
Oh, I've noticed there's a couple more penalties coming through.
Okay.
10 seconds for car 808. Naughty Mank. Can't believe you're getting yourself involved in incidents. Close the collision with the car 66. I think that was the rear ending at the last corner.
Yeah, Wiseman.
10 seconds for car 187 for a collision with car 6 in lap 17. I don't think we've seen that one. That's Dwayne, and who's car number 6? And that's Sharwin Vickers.
Oh.
They must have get a wee tussle at some point there.
Yep. So Paulie has got past Marek. Steve Hood is P5, 1.5 seconds behind Bicorny. Can he get his tyres working again with 11.5 minutes left of the race?
Potentially, but Paulie is not dropping Mark that
He's
easily.
not.
Oh, granted, there's a back marker blocking Paulie here. That's not particularly good.
That's the Audi as well.
Yeah. The Audi sort of blocked him a little bit there, but even still, the Lamborghini isn't pulling away quite yet. So
No.
even if Marek finishes where he does, that's P2 in class.
That is absolutely, and a P3 for podium overall. So absolutely amazing. And I know Marek quite well. I'd like to call him a friend, and I know he will not be happy with a P3. He won't care that he's P3. He will want that P2. If he can. So yeah, just drive to what you can, Marek, and don't overdrive the car.
I'm gonna plug the academy a little bit more here. Sorry,
so
Mike.
you should.
Marek, whenever he joined the academy, he told us he'd never done any online racing previous to joining. And look at him now. He's on the podium for the rookie series, which is a testament just to how well he's doing.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna say that we're like absolutely fantastic and we're gonna make it like alien pace. That's not gonna happen. But we're just facilitating him working to improve himself, and that's just a testament to how hard he's working to improve his driving and get comfortable with racing other drivers online.
Yep, absolutely.
And he's doing a fantastic job of it, as is everyone else, of course.
Absolutely. He should be very proud of where he is. Mr. Hood, 6 tenths behind Picorni for P4. This is going to get interesting for the last 9.5 minutes, I think. It'll be interesting because I can't remember, did Picorni take tyres? Let us have a look at the stats.
No, he didn't.
52 seconds, time stop 19. No, he didn't. So both on the same aged tyres. So
yeah. The only person in the top 6 to have taken tyres is Paulie. Hang on, has Dobson pitted? He hasn't.
He hasn't pitted yet. No, he's got 5 seconds. It's not an open window. It's
I just thought everyone had pitted. There's actually quite a few drivers who haven't pitted still.
Oh, is there? Hopefully they will pit.
There's actually like half the field hasn't pitted yet. Hang on a minute.
Oh, I hope they remember.
Dobson hasn't pitted. Dwayne, Jordan, Sharwin, Vickers, and P11 hasn't pitted either. Rodriguez, Koo, Conradi, Fuller, Wolf Longo, Pikiri, Gressel have none of them have served their pit stop. They haven't even been in the pit lane. Never mind serving a pit stop. So,
interesting.
For some reason, my ACC isn't showing me. Hang on a minute, but it's saying a lot of those drivers have served their pit stop.
I'm confused. I've only got 4 who have not shown as being pitted.
Oh, do you know what it is? It's because I had to restart my race control.
Ah, yeah.
There you go. That's why. Ignore me. Ignore whatever I just said. The only drivers who have yet to serve their mandatory stop is Gressel in P31, Bakiri in P29, Pistolisi in P27, and Dobson in P6. They have not fulfilled the mandatory requirement for fuel yet. So that is all. So yeah, that's my bad.
You got excited. It's easily done.
brain is not working. It rarely ever works, but yeah, we'll say nothing about that.
This is interesting. Paulie is like Karantanov's last lap was a 2:08.9, and Paulie was a 2:02.6. So I don't know if P1 got held up in traffic or had an incident, but he was 6 seconds slower on that last lap, and the lap before Paulie was 0.3 faster. Paulie is catching P1. He's got 7 minutes left. I think that might be a bit of an ask, but Dobson into the pits.
I don't think he's going to do it with the time. If
No.
he was going to do it, he should have done it sooner.
Yep.
You have to give yourself the most amount of time to use the fresh rubber.
Yep.
So it looks like he might get close, but I don't think he's got the time to actually pull it off. We've got what? Maybe 4 laps to go.
Sorry, we're on board with Steve Hood. Oh, the McLaren blocking him slightly there. Steve Hood, they're in traffic, and that is really playing into Steve Hood's hand. Unfortunately, McLaren got out of the way of Pokorny, but didn't for Steve. They've now got the Audi ahead of them as they come in. Oh, a little bit wide there from Steve. I don't know if his tyres are now at the point of giving up. 54 minutes of torture for them, so it'll be interesting. 5/10.
I will say, this point in the race is where, the rail driving comes into play. Your tires are 55 minutes old. They're shot. They're angry. They're hot.
Yep.
And you just got to nurse them to the end.
Absolutely.
You got to keep them. You got to stop them from overheating, especially in this heat. It is a couple of degrees cooler than it was at the start, but it's still going to be very warm.
Oh, this is so close. Pokorny is getting caught. He had a bit of oversteer on the last exit onto the start-finish, and Steve is right on his back bumper. Steve using the old tactic of flashing lights, trying to distract drivers, which is absolutely acceptable as long as it's not excessive flashing over a period of time.
I think you're allowed to do it like once or twice a lap at most.
Yeah.
He's maybe just flashing us because we're talking about him.
Well, it could be, but I'm on bonnet cam so I'm going to rename it Barry Cam. I'm on Barry Cam at the moment, watching the battle. But Jourdan is doing well, P9 at the moment, but he's got Sharwin right on his bumper. And Sharwin side by side with him as they go into the last corner. Oh, Sharwin able just to slow that down enough, but Sharwin, bit of oversteer as he comes out the exit.
Good awareness there to avoid an incident.
Absolutely. And it wasn't easy because he was basically going really shallow into the chicane, so he's going over bumps, and obviously if your tyres are off the ground, you're not getting any use out of them. But Sharwin showing how much P9 would mean to him, which would technically give him a P3 in class.
I was just about to say that, yeah. P9 would be a podium in class.
Yep. And again, Sharwin is a Toga Esports. Is he? Yes, he is. Sharwin's
he's in the academy, yeah.
He's in the academy, so huge shout out to Sharwin. And I know Summer is shouting on him as well, so fingers crossed.
So someone's actually put in the chat, "Go our Vickers." Yeah.
Yeah.
He's running a great race, and he's in the top 10, and that's excellent.
And he's a nice guy as well.
He's
a
lovely guy. He's running 10th at the moment. I know. Is ACC showing 10th as well? It is. It's actually updated now. That's good.
Yep.
But yeah, he's running P10. That's a great result. P4
absolutely.
in class is brilliant.
Yep. Absolutely. So somehow Paulie ended up, I think it's traffic related. He was a 2:07.6 and Karantanov in P1 was a 2:04.1. So there was almost 3.5 seconds of a difference, which has put Paulie back up to 10 seconds behind at the moment. Marek just driving his drive, 5.5 seconds behind. 3 seconds ahead of this pack that's going at the moment. Corney is hitting the rev limiter, going down the gears. I think Mr. Barry has some experience of what happens when you over rev an engine and do things like that.
Yep, formation lap of an LFM race, I blew the engine. I didn't even do anything differently than what I would normally would do. The engine just decided it wasn't racing that day.
We've got, and can we also say Mank is in P12 challenging for P11? That would make...
He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 7th in class as well.
So that would make in the top 11 3 Toga Academy drivers.
Which is what we love to see.
That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I know, like, Barry was very nice earlier on saying that I had kind of started it off, but Barry's the one who's taken it forward, and he's... Oh my god, man! Oh my god, that was some move. Holy mother!
I didn't see that. I'm gonna replay it. I need to see it.
Have you been teaching him some of your moves?
Well, I'm about to see the move.
No.
Oh, okay, Mike. That's... okay.
The McLaren went a bit wide, and Mank was like, "Oh, this place is mine then. Thanks very much."
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
I don't know what happened there, but he is now like 7 seconds, 8 seconds ahead. Amazing, Mank. Well done. What an absolute drive you've had. Yeah, you've been in the wars and things like that, but that's how you learn these things.
Are we on the final lap?
We are on the final lap.
We are on the final lap, yeah.
We are. So we have Karantinov, who is 8.1 seconds ahead of Poli, and basically driven a really consistent race. Apart from one incident, I can't think of any other time that we've actually had to speak about Karantinov.
Yeah, he's just been driving his race. He's been a really good driver. He's kept it consistent too. And I don't think he's been involved in any incidents actually.
And a shout out to Paulie, who is technically a rookie, and he in the total race standings is in P2. He's the second fastest driver on this track, and the P1 for his, which will actually be interesting because Chorizo, who at the moment is P1 in the rookies, is P2 in class. So that's going to make things a bit more interesting.
Hang on a minute. Sharman, he might not be out of the podium spots yet for the rookies. He is right on the tail of P9. And he's near pushing him around the corner there on the S's. My word. Really trying to get that ass into the end. To be fair, the McLaren has big damage on it, on the front of it. So he just needs to find the opening and go for it.
Yep. There is your race winner, Mr. Karantinov. Amazing drive. But yeah, this is... Has Marek run out of fuel? No.
No,
wow.
I don't think he...
Oh my god.
That got close.
That was very close. What was going on there? Steve Hood literally pushing that 296 across the line for the finish. Wow.
Let's have a look at this. Oh, I think Vickers had a slight mistake. He's just dropped down. He's dropped back a little bit. But he was right on the bumper of that McLaren there, starting the last lap.
He was getting a little bit of oversteer in Aston as well, which isn't the easiest thing to do in the first place. So, kudos to him. He obviously likes a loose rear end, if you pardon the expression. but everybody has done really, really well. Yes, there's been some major incidents and things that will be learned from, hopefully. But overall, I think it's been an absolute stonking race, and this is what Rookies is all about. This is why people come to watch it week in, week out, and why it's been the flagship championship of Toga since I've been here, which is coming up in a year now. So absolutely outstanding. It's not finished yet. They're just crossing the line now. It looked like Yannick was like 1/10 ahead of Turner there. So yeah, amazing stuff. So as always, we do have a little bit of time for driver interviews, but we'll need to keep them short. It's a school night for Barry, so that... I started my new job last week, so I'm still in the very stressful mode of getting caught with everything. Yeah, absolutely. It's...
but, we can have a couple.
Yeah, exactly. as I say, it will be short interviews. Steve, whoa, what a tough race. You drove very well, Steve. You did outstanding. Awesome driving from Pateron. Yeah, absolutely. Managed to stay ahead of you when you were clearly really pushing. You got rammed early laps and rear end was like it was an ice. Oh, really? Wow. Marek, huge congratulations to you. Well done. Well done.
Brilliant drive.
You should be very, very proud of yourself. Steve, congrats on the new job. You find it helps to get drunk before you go in.
Do you know what? That's a top. You know what? I'm working from home tomorrow, so I don't have my first meet until 9:30. So I have plenty of time. I'll take your advice and see what happens.
What could possibly go wrong? Mank, Jordan, great racing, great driving. Sorry for the tap. Mank, you did amazing. Absolutely stonking. Everybody should be very, very proud of themselves. If you do want a very quick chat, it is going to be a quick chat tonight. Then pop into the interview waiting room and we'll have a very quick chat with you. We've got Mr. Tancredi, who I shall pop in. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Hi. To be
Tired?
honest, I'm kind of pissed off right now because it went like downhill this race from literally the beginning. Yeah, my expectation went high because I thought that I could maybe take the podium step on the race, but I think on the rookie class on my category, but I think some other guys had other plans. On lap one, a guy totally didn't brake and slammed into my rear.
Right.
Hopefully, I didn't have any eye damage. So, but the worst came out in the second lap because in the first time that I've done a race in this championship. I've done a briefing. I've read the rules, the regulations. I've always learned that if you go off track, that you've spun, or if you get out, you need to hold your brakes.
Yeah.
It happened to me, like in the season 8 of Rookie, in the showdown at Silverstone. I was spun out by someone. I immediately held my brakes and I let the other pass. To be honest, and I don't remember what car was it, but to be honest,
I did see that incident. The only thing I will say is just because that that barrier is very close to the track. Even if you hold your brakes, you're gonna spin back onto the track. So I'm not exactly sure what the outcome of that was, but that is I will say that might be have to be taken into account as well, from what I remember seeing. Obviously, I understand it's frustrating. You know, nobody wants to have that happen to them. There was a few hefty incidents in that race, and I think a few drivers will have learned it. Hopefully learned.
I hope so because I had in the practice I trained for like today I trained like for 4 hours, 3 hours. So it's frustrating because I probably had the pace to go on the podium. So in the first pass of qualifying, I was even in the top 2, top 1 in qualifying of my class. So it's frustrating.
It is frustrating, yeah. Everything will be looked at by the stewards. It's all live stewarded. It will be looked at. You can obviously file a report as well if you feel that it wasn't dealt with the way you think it should, and they can have a look at it. But unfortunately these things happen. It is rookies as well, so you do have people who might not be able to react as quick going on to brakes or react as quick to get the steering wheel turned, so they stay off the track from that point of view. But you know what, your time will come where you know, something else will happen, and you know,
I'm happy that I probably will drop this round because it's I probably didn't get any points, so I think my championship dream is not over, but maybe it is. I don't know.
well,
I hope
What
You're-
position? What position did you finish overall?
you
Overall,
retired.
I
didn't you?
retired because
Oh, yeah.
I was like 3 laps down. I have when I returned to the garage because the car wasn't drivable, so I couldn't even make it back to the pits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My wheel started having some problems too, he was turning so much. I was turning like 20 degrees and it turned like 50, so it wasn't drivable. I tried to go on the pits and disconnect and reconnect the wheel, and I couldn't do anything. Sorry
Yeah.
if
It's
you heard some noise, but it's my dog. So.
yeah.
No.
How are you feeling about Monza?
I hope it's my home race, so I hope that I will.
Fingers crossed. Well, okay, listen,
Exactly.
thank you very much for your time. Take care,
Thanks.
and we'll speak to you next week.
Have a good night.
You too.
love these,
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Right, I'll let you speak to Emirius, Mr. Head of
Oh, hell
Academy.
yeah.
So here he is.
Thanks. Yes, hello.
Hello.
What? That was a fantastic drive from you tonight.
I tried to focus on the consistency because I know that I was kind of out of the pace. Absolutely awesome job from the guys, from the guy in the front. It was absolutely unbeatable today.
Yeah,
It was also very nice. It was also very nice fight with the Lambo, but I chose the strategy for no tires change. Probably he to change the tires, so he was absolutely smashing me in the last lap. So that was something which I was not able to compete. But great job, guys.
Yeah, no, you drove a fantastic race. It looked like it was pretty faultless from you, which we love to see. Some of the academy nights are paying off then.
Yeah, exactly. I'm proud that I can be part of your academy, and yeah, maybe I will be focusing more into the endurance because I see that consistency and pacing in the long terms is suits me a little bit more than one lap pace. So
yeah, like
we'll see.
I think I mentioned a couple of times during the academy sessions. It's not about being the fastest; it's about being able to put in good laps every lap. You know, you don't have to be the fastest; you just have to be, pretty fast over the course of the whole race. So, you absolutely smashed it. You looked like you didn't make really any mistakes, which is good to see.
I had maybe 1 or 2 times off track, and maybe.
Oh yes, I did see the one off track at the last corner where you dipped the wheel in the grass. But other than that,
just a little bit. One in the last corner and one in the first sector. This long left. I think it's turn 5 or 6, something like this. So yes, I touched the grass there, and when you touch the grass with the outer wheels, you absolutely lose ability of turning. So yeah, that was a little bit scary moment, and I thought that okay, after the practices, after the scaring that I'm out of pace, and I was holding the P3 position mostly because of mistake of other guys because I saw few spawns in front of me.
Yeah, again, that's down to the consistency. That's why you got that. So, like you got P2 in class and P3 overall. So, I'd be very happy about it.
My first podium ever.
Yeah. No, it's well deserved as well. You're smashing it. Yeah, I've even more. I already was confident that you were going to do well on Saturday, but now I have even more confidence you're going to do very well for the academy team. So, good stuff, man.
We will see. We will see what will be on Saturday.
Yeah, and then Monza's next week in the rookies, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It will be Monza week for me.
Yeah, so you have plenty of practice then on Saturday. So, good stuff. Sure, we'll let you go for the evening. But excellent race and well done.
Thank you, guys. Great organization.
Congratulations, Marek. Well deserved.
Thank you, Mike.
No bother.
See you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, 2 more to go. Mr. Hood, how are you? Oh, he's went somewhere.
He's ran off before you pulled him in.
I'm always good.
How are you? You're always good. You drove very well.
Oh, that was a tough one. I'm sweating buckets on this one as well. I heard you say the temperature was dropping, but it wasn't in this room, I can tell you that.
To be fair, the ambient temperature only dropped 2 degrees over the course of the race. It didn't drop very much.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I didn't. I qualified okay, but some people were very fast,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I don't even know if I want to be at the front into T1 anyway.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I thought I'd just concentrate on keeping the tyres together early on, because
Mm-hmm.
this time I didn't take tyres.
Yeah.
I didn't Silverstone, and I took loads of fuel in Silverstone, and I lost about 10 or 15 places in a pit stop. I thought, I'm not doing it again. But I got hit early on. There was somebody who was trying to make the move, but with cars in front of you very early on, it's really difficult to not get hit when people are in that concertina effect,
Yeah,
that domino
absolutely.
into a braking zone. I got rammed, I got rear damage,
Mm-hmm.
and from then on, it felt like I was skating in the rear end. I had to be so gentle into some of the corners.
Oh.
It killed my pace.
Uh-huh.
However, I think everybody was struggling with rear end grip, so
Yeah.
it ended up being close.
It was, and then obviously near the end, I mean, you had the car fueled if you wanted to go long, and it absolutely played a part for you getting in there, and it looked like maybe a couple more laps you were going to get that P4 overall.
There's Popcorny, wasn't it? He was really good though. He wasn't making mistakes with me right behind him.
Yep.
I wasn't flashing him.
You're
I'm too
flashing
much of a
us.
gentleman. I was flashing you guys for sure, and and I was also trying to help him flash the back markers when they just weren't moving, because so many back markers weren't really lifting. They were lifting marginally into a long sweeping corner, and I ended up racing some of them on the outside, thinking, have I got space to get back in or not? It was the back markers made it interesting, and that's the reason I caught Corny at the end. But he really held his nerve. It was a great race at the end. I wouldn't have been able to get him even with another 2 or 3 laps. I had to wait for a mistake or back markers.
Yeah. A totally unrelated question. Who does your liveries? Was that you that did it, or was it somebody else?
Well, the very ladylike pink. That is me.
Nice.
Yeah, the pink one is me. I still have got a special livery made by a very talented artist by the name of Denise Pope, who did an artist for me on the livery for the Jaguar.
Oh.
But I haven't raced the Jaguar for ages, so I feel like I'm fighting at the front now. I've got the modern Ford.
Yeah.
So I'm just having my moment. That's it.
Oh my, yeah, it's awesome. It's really good to see, and I think the Ballast is working as well, because there was about 3 people at the front. Top 3 were beyond the allowed time, so they would ended up with Ballast on them. So yeah, it was messy at times. There was mistakes that shouldn't have happened. But how many rookies seasons have you now raced? 2, 3?
I don't know, because this is season 9, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I might have even done the first one originally.
Wow.
But I haven't raced all of them, I don't think.
No.
I had a period where I was out of it, and then I've come back. Maybe I've done 3 of them now.
Okay.
A different kind of. I probably did 8 and 9, 1, and maybe I did 4 or something. I'm making it up. But yeah, it's always awesome fun, and you've got kind of 2 categories, 2 classes in this one, haven't you?
Yeah.
So,
That makes it even more interesting.
Oh, it does. And listening to the stream was super helpful as well, when some dude ended up doing an Austin Powers all the way down the pit lane. Thanks for the heads up on that. I was just trying to pick my time for going in. I kept thinking, should I go in? I saw that on the stream. I saw you guys laughing. I thought, I'll stay out.
To be fair, I maybe shouldn't have said that, but it was too funny not to.
Oh, it was total commentator's curse, because I just clicked onto him as he then lost it on the grass, and then I was like, oh no. So
yeah.
No, but it was good fun.
Well, that caller helped you then. That's good to know.
Yeah. Because you got the total pit window was open, it was kind of pick your time, and I was just trying to wait for a suitable gap in traffic.
Yeah.
And then I just dived in. I thought I probably was going to get a penalty. I just flew in. But I got away with it. So
I was going to say, you did get away with it. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, I pushed the margins there for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks guys. It was a great race, great commentary as always.
Thanks very much,
Appreciate
Steve. I hope you have a good night, and we'll speak to you soon.
You too.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye. Right, one more person, and then that is us, number 50. Hello, good evening.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sweated.
Are you Mr. Picorni by any chance?
Yes.
Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, let's not embarrass the commentators too much with how badly they pronounce people's names. Yeah,
I mean, this was pretty simple. You can't fumble this one.
you had a phenomenal race, but what I'm going to do is let Barry speak to you because you came in P3 and P2 in your class, and you had an amazing battle with Steve Hood right at the end as well.
P2? I thought
You got
Oh.
P3 in class, P4 overall.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
someone's disconnected before I got out of race
I
control.
got excited.
Yeah. No, you drove a brilliant, especially at the end with that Mustang bearing down on you. It was good to keep him ahead or keep himself behind. Sorry, because the both of you were rapid, so it was just it was a really good ending to the race for you then.
Yeah, it was really stressful because the guys lap down were always like slowing me down a bit and just making me even more stressed. And at the worst parts, like in Silverstone, it's okay because you had tons of straights there. But then you come into Suzuka and then you catch a back marker into the first sector S's, and he cannot do much without losing like probably his fight or something some seconds. And yeah, at the end I was flashing everyone. I'm sorry to everyone who I flashed because I felt rude after it a bit. But with who was it, Stephen Hood behind me, yeah, he was breathing down my neck, man.
Yeah, you kept him behind. That's the main thing, but
Yeah.
it didn't look easy. That Mustang is so fast. But no, like
Especially
you,
on the straights, like I had, I don't know, second gap on the end of Spoon, and into turn one it was like 0.5, 0.4. Fuh.
yeah,
It
no,
was
like
really
you
strong,
drove a fantastic race.
apart from one spin.
Well, here you
Happens.
still got P3 in class, so I wouldn't. You still got a podium technically, so you did fantastic. But yeah, sure, we'll let you go for the evening. But no, excellent race, and hope to see you next week on Monza.
Yeah, I hope I will be there. I really enjoy it
Yeah.
because it's one of my first like proper races with many people. So yeah, I like the racing.
Yeah, no,
That's
good
my
stuff.
perspective.
That's good. Excellent. Well, take care of yourself, and we'll speak to you soon.
Have a good night.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Right, I'm all talked out. My throat feels as if it's in the middle of the Sahara or something.
Oh, that's just put a damper on my evening.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Oh no!
England, England has scored in the 90th minute.
Oh come on! What is going on? What a way to end the stream. I'm sure all the English fans will be delighted, and I'm delighted for you. We're just jealous.
As a Scotsman and an Irishman, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that through gritted teeth, but
No. It's all animosity, I promise.
that is absolutely. Oh man. Well, listen. Thank you to everyone who's supported the chats tonight. Thank you again to Dario on Twitch for the follow. Thank you to all the drivers. If it wasn't for the drivers, Steve just putting it in there. If it wasn't for all the drivers, we wouldn't have anything to talk about, and I think we'd just end up talking about alcohol all night, which is not the best thing in the world. So it's a big thank you to me, from me to everybody, and I'm going to let Barry have the last word before we go.
Yeah, I can't really say much more than that. It was an entertaining one for sure. Thanks to all the drivers, and well done to all the drivers, shall I say. Suzuka's a hard track. Probably one of the toughest on the calendar, so you did really well. And yeah, just anyone who hasn't been racing and is interested in joining, we're still doing the rookie series, and there'll be more rookie series to come after this one, I'm sure. And we have other series going on, and we have the academy, so there's plenty going on here if you're not already part of it. So feel free to join. We're all a friendly bunch over here. Mike won't bite you, I promise. But yeah, that's it from me. Just thanks everyone, and I hope you enjoyed.
Absolutely. Take care of yourselves. Hope it's the result you want, and I'll be back on Friday for.
You're doing the word. You're commentating the word tour. I'm driving the word tour.
Yeah, me and Hayden are going to be commentating all over you.
Yeah, I'm going to be fighting for last place.
Oh man, but yeah,
maybe not. I'll be mid-pack probably at best.
we'll see. We'll see. Don't let yourself down just yet.
I've seen the entry list and there's some quick people in it. So.
Yeah, I know. It always puts a fear into you. So, right, okay, take care, everybody. Lots of love from us, and we'll speak to you real soon. Bye-bye.
See ya.